It's about 6:30 this morning. Goats got hay. This is the girls' pasture. I gave them one flake, and then the boys also got a flake. I just gave the girls their mineral. I'll show you the bag for that. It's called Sweet Licks. It's a blue bag. They'll reach through the fence to get it, because otherwise if it's in there, they will poop in it, because they're little buttholes. Hi, boys. Boys get a flake of hay. I just threw one over there. They spread it all over and make a nice big mess, so Sean's working on getting another hay feeder going. I'm gonna work on bunnies next. And make sure to check on their water. I'll dump that out because it's got a little bit of a tinge to it and they've got hay in there. And this guy will try to buck and bite at your hand, so beware. Look out. Come on, your feet are getting wet, dingus. There. And this one's Tootsie. That one's Truffles. Yeah, did I say your name? Hi. Hi, sweet girl. She is very, very pregnant, so she will love any pets you give her. The jerk on the left is Mr. Gardner, and then this is Pete. Pete is very, very sweet. He's a wether, and obviously Mr. Gardner's a full-blown boy. So this little man is right next to the goats, so he's in the tractor. I think I'm gonna leave him in the tractor. It should be fine. I can talk to the neighbor's kid about moving the tractor for you. I will get him one scoop of the pellets. We'll open them up. I just turn this little thing. That way, if it falls loose, the wind doesn't take the lid and rip it off. I always lift this up by the center, which you can see is the center because of the screw, just so it doesn't wobble and kind of get distorted. He knocked his water over a little bit. Hi, sweet boy. Hi. Don't chew on my jeans. There's his feeder. He does not get hay. Sean gives him hay sometimes, but he gets plenty of grass. You can give him hay. It's not going to hurt anything, but he doesn't need it. He's got all the grass he could want. I'm going to move him this morning. This is the back section of the garage. We got hay here. Don't use the bales underneath this plywood sheet. They're just to hold that sheet up, so. Bunnies get a very small amount of hay because I've also been giving them grass. You can just give them hay if you don't want to pick grass. That's perfectly fine. They'll be alright. There's these two bins right next to the door to the big section of the garage. We were using the fan the other day. That'll be moved. This bin is for rabbit feed. It's closest to the wall. And then this bin has goat treats in it, as well as bird seed. They can basically have anything in this bin, the goats, but it's like a really, really special treat. So you don't have to go in that one unless somebody gets out. That'd be a good thing to save in case somebody gets out. Really good incentive for them to come back really easily. You don't need to fill this blue container up a whole lot, but I feed the rabbits with the blue container, or out of the blue container, so that way if they do still have feed in their bowl, I can dump it back in here and just make sure they have one full scoop morning and night. I don't want to add to it because with the heat, sometimes they'll go a little while without eating a lot of pellet, and I don't want it to build up. They should get fresh foods, so I don't know. We use this little black tub. You should recognize it. It's kind of like the ones you use for molasses, like Dad used to use. They're from Dad. But I fill that up with the hay or the grass or whatever and pull out of that when I'm feeding the rabbits. I'm going to bring this cup over by the tractor bunny, who doesn't have a name, so feel free to give him one, because he is sticking around. I gotta do more than one hand for this, but middle, it's already unlocked. I'll lock it when I'm done with him. You shouldn't have to move this thing, but for those it concerns, when you move this guy, by yourself. It's easier if you move it with two people, one on each end. But there's a handle in the middle on either side, and you kind of got to reach underneath, because this has some overhang to it. You reach underneath and make sure that that latch is undone, because it kind of distorts a little bit when you're moving it with one person. Lift it up and wait a little bit so the bunny inside knows that it's about to move, and then you slowly go. You don't want to go all at once, because you could catch his little feet in those slats of the wood. He does a good job of either hopping up on top of his shelter, or he'll stand on top of the slats rather than in between them. Ooh. Losing my voice a little this morning. There. Now latch it and turn that a little bit so now it's locked. Alright, on to the Hutch Bunnies and Mr. Blue. So I just kind of stack everything and carry it all at once. I will go back by the tractor bunny to do his water. You can bring the water with you when you first go through the garage to get to him, and just get it over with so you don't have to worry about forgetting about it. I won't forget, because this is just how I do it every single day. But they're all excited for their breakfast, and it's nice and cool this morning, so they aren't all splayed out and feeling like crap. Black bowls are for food. Red, or oh my gosh, I swear I know my colors. Blue bowls are for the water, and they are shedding, so you'll see little clouds of fur in them sometimes. And I'll dump them out. I'll scrub them if there's any green, but you shouldn't have to worry about that. I'll make sure everything's ready to go and easy peasy for you. But yeah, dump them out if there's a bunch of hay or fur or whatever else they manage to get in there. Sometimes there's pellets in there. I don't know what they do. But everybody's gonna get one scoop. It's this little 1/3 cup scoop. One scoop of pellets and a small handful of hay. For the handful of hay, this is hard with one hand. Use my foot. I've got a little handful. This is what it looks like in the feeder. Hi, pretty girl. They're all pretty sweet. Some of them will run away if you try to pet them. Just don't chase after them. Head scratches are the best. A lot of times the hay feeder won't have... Ooh, I'm out of focus, sorry. A lot of times the hay feeder won't have the little grate on it. You just look for this little white grate. It's typically flat on the cage somewhere. Might even be in the shelter. They'll mess with it when they're in a good mood. Okay. Get this. Just shove that down. There you go. Hay feeder is full. It's not stuffed super hard or anything like that. Plenty of room in there, but that's, like I said, they aren't eating a whole lot when it's hot, and it's hot every freaking day. So there's a little bit of hay and dust, so just dumped out the food bowl. And they hang on real easy. I just make sure it's the one right above this baby saver wire, or the smaller size. So you see the smaller size, and then it starts to get bigger. I hang it on this row. So just put it on the side of the cage. Boom, done. I'll get her hay and then I'll go back and do pellets. Some of them have J feeders, and some of them have the black bowls. Both are for food. And then this lady didn't get hay this morning because she doesn't have a hay feeder, so I checked her shelter and she's still got plenty of hay from yesterday. So that's another one. Some have the hay feeders in the purple, some you just feed in the shelters. So they don't make those hay feeders anymore, so we gotta figure out if we can make something, but for now, that works. If you notice any of the bunnies not eating hay for more than like a day or whatever, pull out the old hay and you can just throw it underneath down here, but just give them fresh in a small amount so they don't have a bunch of old stuff just sitting. And she's got plenty of hay too, so I might move what's on the floor of her cage up into the feeder, but she got her pellets. I dumped her water. It needs to be scrubbed because it's got green. I might just go through and scrub everybody's today, and then again right before we leave. You got your hay too. I think I topped it off yesterday because she had it gone, so she's good. Yeah, I'm a pretty girl. Alright. Oh, cage doors. We've got this little piece on here. I don't know if I ever had you opening and closing doors, but pushed in and down. It kind of goes down automatically, but and then close, you push it and make sure it comes up to hook onto the side of the cage. That is all. Easy peasy. This girl, very, very sweet. Very, very food driven. And then this girl with the little S in her ear, and you'll notice when they're in person, but she's a lot smaller than she is. She's super sweet too. She's a runt, so that's why she's so small. And then this is her sister. She's the first one on the bottom, if you're going from right to left. She's got her little... Oh, she's not her sister. Look at that. She's got an R. So she's a Rita baby. She's a sweetie baby. So this Rita baby is actually very sweet also. That's why I thought she was a sweetie baby. So they're not sisters, but they're half sisters. They have the same daddy. But, you got a little something something, ma'am. Can I help you with that? Oh, it fell off. Never mind. Hi. Hello. Where are you up to? Alright. Moving on. Gotta get chores done. The dogs are waiting to go inside. You can have the dogs out with you. Verdi I wouldn't let loose because her recall is questionable. I think she's losing her hearing. But, yeah, if you want them out in the yard, that's perfectly fine. They would love it. And then you're killing two birds with one stone. There's my scoop. Oops. I get sidetracked. Got a little dust in here, so I'll dump it out. There we go. She's all done too. Happy breakfast. I keep forgetting I gotta do side orientation. My bad if this video is really shaky and flippy floppy. Alright, we finished that bottom row there. Now we're on the second hutch. Up top we have Sweetie. She's losing fur because they don't molt all at once. She's a little jumpy lately. I think it's the heat getting to her. Totally understandable. You can still give her little head scratches if she wants. And then if you're able to sneak a little pluck, you shouldn't have to pull hard or anything. Make her a little less warm during the day, but she doesn't eat much of the hay, but she will eat lots of grass and lots of pellets because she's a little tubber. Nobody really likes the hay right now. We gotta get new hay, but we gotta work through what we've got first. So this one below Sweetie here, I don't have a name for. She's another Rita baby. So she's sister to the first bunny on the bottom. She'll often have pellets left over for the evening feed. I just give her like a half a scoop in the evening instead of a full one. She also had a bunch of hay in her shelter. I just flipped it over for her so it's fluffed up and not all pressed down. She's a little more skittish, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Right? You okay? Hi. Good girl. If they have their ears standing up, they're like put off, so those are the bunnies that aren't really interested in being pet, but she needs practice, so I'll bug her at least once a day. Lucky her. Alright. Next, we've got a little Bella baby. She doesn't have a tattoo in her ear. Any tattoos will be in their left ear. That's just standard for bunnies. she gets one scoop. She might still have plenty of hay if she moves. Yeah, she's got plenty of hay. She doesn't have a shelter. I might move a shelter in here, but when she has a shelter, it ends up against the door. So I just pile in this back right corner because she likes to pee and poop in that corner. She's like almost litter box trained. I actually might pull this out. If you notice the hay is wet or has a bunch of fur in it, we don't want them eating their fur or soiled hay, obviously. It's a little bit of a reach. I'll have the mounting block out here, so if you need a step, you got one. Although maybe you shouldn't go on a step, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. But we'll pull out all that hay. I'll clean up her cage before we go too, because she's got some build-up spots, but we'll put fresh hay in the corner, and there's her one scoop of feed. Her water needs to be dumped too. Gosh, you're giving me all kinds of stuff to do this morning, aren't you? She's pretty good about pets. Every once in a while she'll get zoomies, and then she'll be like, oh yeah, scratches. Yeah. Her ears are up, but they're floppy. It's like a girl. Now she looks pissed because I gave her a crease in her forehead. Everybody's got such cute dewlaps too. Enjoy that. Hi, sweetie. Don't focus on the bars. Focus on the bunny. Come on, phone. There we go. Now it focused on her. Silly thing. Alright, I'm gonna pause so I can get caught up a little bit. This is taking forever. Okay. I got those two done. This here is Bella. She's second from the end on the top. Bella doesn't eat very much at all. She doesn't seem to like the heat one bit. She'll eat the grass, and sometimes she'll finish her pellets. Last night she did. I just checked on it. So her feeder has a solid bottom. She only had like 4 pieces of the pellets in it, and then the rest was powder. But there was quite a bit, so I just took it off the side of the cage, and then I'm about to put it back in, but you can just dump that on the ground. It's not gonna hurt anything. Let me show you how this goes back on in case anybody rips their feeder off. Okay. Grabbing it funny because I only have one hand. Let me move these out. Son of a bee. There, okay. Close that. She's got one arm on this thing that's wanting to fall down, so that's fun. Okay. Get that arm on first. I go 2 above that baby saver wire. That's what we're wanting to hook into. One here. And then it wants to go on the other side, but I'm gonna do one closer so it's a tight fit. Hope that made sense. Here, now you can see it because I'm doing the easy side. There you go. Now they're both hooked on. I push it so it's straight up and down, and it's locked in. It's not going anywhere. So I'll just do a scoop in the front for her today, and then this afternoon I'll either dump it out or I'll just give her a partial scoop. She's got plenty of hay again, but it stays up. It's not getting soiled or anything, so I'll leave it. And then this girl, this is, let me see your ear. Hi. It's another Bella baby. She's pretty skittish. She doesn't want pets or anything. She just wants food, which, you know, same here, but same here. But we still try. I'm gonna clear out her hay. She always throws her bowl all over the place. I hang it up on this side over here. Actually, oh, look at that! Are you stashing? Do you want to be a mama? That's so cute. Wait for her to turn. She's got a whole bunch of grass and hay in her mouth, like she's gonna build a nest. She hasn't been exposed to a boy or anything, so she's not pregnant, but they do that when they're like in heat, essentially. That's super cute. That's my favorite. Hi, Piper. You see the bunny stashing hay? You look so cute with your little mustache of hay. That's exciting. Okay, sorry. Butterfly. Hi, you're okay. really hates pets. Hi, Piper. So her feeder goes over there. She'll throw it off. It's fine. Just hang it back up. And a little pee screen there because next door is Maxwell. And Maxwell's feeder is way over there, so I think I'm gonna have to move it. But when it's over here, he won't eat. He'll just look at her. So, our boy is easily distracted by girls. So, yeah. I'll leave it, and if you can't reach it up here. Oh, what are you doing? And your chin doesn't look good. Hey, let me see that again. Is that from you chewing on the wire? Come here. What do we got? Here, I'll entice you with food. Looks like you got something going on your chin, dear. I bet it's from rubbing on the cage. Now I'm on a side quest. Come on. You don't want pellets? Reach for the pellets. I'll close it again. That's when I saw it last time. Here. You gonna show us your ugly chin? I think that's what I saw. Oh yeah, you got a bald chin. I can see it with my own eyes. What the heck, girl? Your water bowl is kind of rough though, so I bet that's got something to do with it. Alright, I might switch out her water bowl. We should have more blue bowls. She eats them. So, that's obnoxious. Oh well. Just forfeit another one to her. Maybe I'll start getting metal bowls for the summertime. They're not ideal for winter because of freezing water. Definitely makes them more susceptible to that quicker. But can't be having gnarly looking chins. Anyways, this girl is a sweetie daughter. She does okay with pets most of the time. It just depends on how hot it is and when she's in the mood. But you don't have to remember any of that. Like, their temperament for all of them, just as a standard for the breed and what we breed for, they're all nice. None of them are gonna bite you or anything. But, some are just more cuddly than others, and you'll find out easy enough. You stick your hand in and they run away, not cuddly. Or not in the mood for cuddles. You know? But Maxwell, she's not interested. And I just put that feeder up there, woman. Alright, I'm gonna finish up chores. When it comes to water... Nice, Piper. When it comes to water, we got this green bucket out here. And this little bottle. I'll leave it in the bucket, but whatever. You'll see it around. It's just a clear bottle, no label. The spigot is right over there. Verdi will show you. I'll have the right side open. You just turn the green knob and the right side will shoot out water. Or you could find that out the fun way. Again, don't have to remember, but just fresh water as needed, and top off the waters in the morning for sure. In the evenings, if it's over half full, they should be okay, but you know, topped off all the time isn't a bad thing. Alright, goat waters. For Mr. Blue, he's got a bucket, and I'll show you. I'll give him most of the rest of this. He doesn't need all of it. He's got plenty of grass. Mr. Blue, good morning. Yeah, how's it going, mister? You need your water scrubbed out? Looking a little green. Good job not dumping a ton of hay in there, you little... Alright, so Mr. Blue, still a little chunky, but he's doing better. I gotta flip his hay feeder to the other side of the fence. Probably get that done today after I mow. He just gets about a flake of hay. This is all tore up, so it's a little different looking, but whatever. That's all he needs. He just gets hay and then make sure his water doesn't have a bunch of crud in it. There you go, buddy. And that is it for chores. I'll go through and make sure everybody's waters are good. If he does need water because it tipped over or he got a bunch of stuff in it or there's any poop, sometimes he'll poop in the freaking waterer, but goats, whatever. I will have the hose set up, so if you don't want to have to carry the bucket, you can run a hose. That's fine. And the garden's over there. You can go through this gate. Super easy. And then you can kind of see the fence is open down there. You go in through the open fence. It's tall grass and squishy, like piles of straw, so watch your step. But you'll see the squash plants over there, and then there's some pepper plants also, and tomato plants along the left fence line. So, yeah. If there's anything to harvest, go for it. Knock yourself out. Hi, Verdi. I left Maxwell's cage door open. He's a good boy, though. Yes. Are you so excited for breakfast? I'm on it, buddy. I am on it. I'm working on Mr. Blue's water. He's being a turd over there trying to eat our bird house. Forgot I didn't explain this gate. It hinges on the right, and then these bungee cords are what holds it shut. So you just gotta lift it and push it in. There you go. He's gonna try to escape, so bye.